So the fact that this day is coming to fruition with the family and friends that these two love the most, it really means the world to them. Hayley, Tyler, you've been patient with one another and accepting of events and challenges throughout your entire relationship. You two deserve every smile, hug, dance, and laugh today. On behalf of the attendees, we couldn't be more happy to share this special day with you guys. All right, fun stuff. Hayley and Tyler's story began back in 2017. I'll take you back a little bit with a young gal cruising the streets of San Diego with a beat-up car that only got a few FM stations, one of them being 105.3 Rock. That of which Hayley didn't mind, apparently, because they consistently played AC/DC bangers. Tanner Greg knows what I'm talking about. Her ear was caught by a radio personality on said station. Some guy talking about how scared he was to bungee jump. They called him Thor, but was that really his name? She didn't seem to mind because the more that he talked, the more Hayley found this witty voice intriguing. How did Hayley and Tyler begin to see each other, you ask? To keep it short, and buckle up my non-social media folks, because there were hashtags, tagging, push-up contests, Snapchat, and sliding into DMs. Tyler and Hayley became fast friends, and they found common interests, including both being massive M&M stands. Not fans, stands. They also have extremely unique-looking dogs that, I'm not kidding, look exactly alike. Think two wiener dogs on steroids. Buster and Watson, they're likely tearing apart your home as we speak.
Tina's home.
Tyler ended up asking Hayley out on an official date where they enjoyed sushi together. Apparently, shocker, Hayley was a little late to the date because she walked into a telephone pole. She fell and scraped up her knees and showed up bleeding for their first date. I think the tumble was a good sign.
No.
Through more time spent together, Hayley and Tyler discovered that they shared a lot of common interests, including a passion for their beloved animals. I think they have 90. Sports, music, and a very, very strong core
We're the
of
idiots.
family and friends.
Like 3 or 4 rows to your right.
Their feelings grew deeper, and so did their relationship. The road to a strong foundation that they have today brought its challenges, as most do. But these two have grown fiercely loyal to each other and have built a strong foundation by joining hands, holding tight, and taking on each challenge along the way. Their relationship works because they are a team. They have each other's backs through thick and thin. It's been inspiring to watch Hayley and Tyler brush off each challenge, because they realize that those challenges aren't what define us. Rather, it's the cherished moments in between that have brought us here today. Road trips, ball games, beach hangouts, and comedy shows are some of the highlights that Hayley and Tyler look back on fondly. Tyler told me that he knew it was the real deal when they were going to Coachella to see Eminem perform. Hayley fashioned a very jimmy-rigged wristband to get Tyler into the show. I'll skip the part about it really being my fault, that the wristband was too small. Sorry, Tyler, I think that was a big brother's way of testing out your love for my sister. A very inspirational person, very, very near and dear to this couple, once said, "That's why we seize the moment, try to freeze it and hold it, squeeze it and hold it, because we consider these minutes golden." I think this line resonates so strongly because it's moments like this, moments that you both look back upon and look forward to in the future. They're so precious that it's a crucial and critical part of the human experience to really cherish them as we grow. So Hayley and Tyler, when things get tough, think back to that first sushi date. Remember all those crazy trips. Remember your wedding day. Remember your moments. As you take this next step into marriage, I encourage you both to stick to the basics of what got you to where your relationship is today. Continue to sacrifice for each other. Continue to be vulnerable together. Continue to go to bat for one another. Continue to tackle adversity together and know that you will overcome it together. Continue to love strongly with empathy and compassion. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Hayley and Tyler have written vows that they will now share with each other.
She's still doing
Hayley,
it.
you can go first. You only get one shot. Yes, yes.
I still can't believe that, but just kidding.
Tap it on the top.
Yes, yes.
No.
It works.
I still can't believe that love has brought us this far. From listening to you and making me laugh before I met you, to sliding into my DMs with M lyrics. Our first date, first home with its ups and many downs, and lots of growth. To now our wedding day. We have been through so much together. I love that I can rely on you to lean on when life gets hard, and I love how you taught me how to stay. No longer no longer running has brought me so much joy and peace. Thanks to you. This has opened up my world to so many more amazing people in my life. I'm so excited to see where life takes us together. I promise to always keep your life interesting. I promise to always be in your corner. I will always admire and respect your sobriety, your faith and reliance on God. I promise to take care of you and us. And I just feel so lucky to call you mine and be able to love you forever and continue to trading forehead kisses for snappies for the rest brothers.
Tyler, this opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You're up next. Not sure.
Tap the first.
It's Scott. He's wearing a thing
Hello, can you hear this? Is it not working?
now. No. Scotty, get closer to Tyler.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
That's better.
That's better. Hello. Okay, as you know, I've never written vows before, so I didn't know what to say or how to start. So I tried to think about moments where I knew Hayley was the one and changed my life forever. The first time I ever saw her, she was doing one of my favorite things. She was cooking and listening to Eminem. Now, I don't love cooking, but I love eating, and I love Eminem, so I knew I had to reach out. From that moment on, there was something special about Hayley every time we would hang out. The first time she took me to watch sunsets and swears you see a green light every time it goes down. The first trail ride we had where Bliss almost ran me over and I fell off my mountain bike. And no matter what first it was, I always wanted more. I mean, I went from eating microwave hot dogs to gourmet meals. I'm pretty lucky. The best part about Hayley is how she shows she's always there for me in my toughest times. 2 years ago, I was depressed. I was in a really bad spot, and Hayley didn't give up on me. She hugged me and she loved me. You didn't leave. You stayed and helped me. When my little man Oscar died, you did everything you could to save him. Even though you knew he was gone, you still tried and comforted me when I broke down that night at home. I miss him so much, but you're always there to tell me it's okay. And after a bad Giants loss, which happens every Sunday, you listen to my rants and act like you care when everyone here knows you don't. You're the best chef and carpenter I know, and you're not afraid of anything. You have the most insane things happen to you, and I can't wait to be a part of it for the rest of my life. You worked full time, and you finished school with honors full time. It made me a better person watching you do that, and I'm so proud of you, and so lucky to have such an amazing woman in my life. I promise I'll love you through the good times and the not so good times, like you have for me. I'll always have your back no matter what. I'll make sure we always get the best deals on anything we buy. Whether it's cuddles, forehead kisses, back scratchies, or Seinfeld for the 100,000th time. do it all with you. Traveling, business, pet partners are real parents. Pet parents are real parents. I know as long as I have you, we'll be okay. Because you're my rock, you're my best friend, and my soulmate. I love you.
I guess he doesn't cry. How do you do that? Professional.
All right, Hayley and Tyler, I now ask you to please take each other's hands and confirm that I do after my next statement. We'll start with Hayley. Hayley, do you promise that you will dedicate your life from this day forward, filling your days with empathy, respect, and love? That you will celebrate Tyler's spirit and all of his accomplishments, his sobriety, and to be here to remind him of his strength? Do you take Tyler today as your partner and teammate who you will love for the rest of your days through sickness and in health? Tyler, do you promise that you will dedicate your life from this day forward, filling your days with
Yeah, so
empathy,
good.
respect, and love? That you will celebrate Hayley's free spirit and all of her accomplishments, and to be here to remind her of her zealous passion for life and all living things? Do you take Hayley today as your partner and teammate who you will love for the rest of your days through sickness and in health?
I do.
All right. Hayley and Tyler, please confirm with a "we do" after this next statement. Hayley and Tyler, do you take one another from this day forward as husband and wife?
We do.
We do.
And now, let's get all of these beautiful people involved here today. Crowd participation. To everyone here, do you promise to stand by this couple, to remind them of their vows, and to act as examples of love, empathy, and compassion? Please join me with a big "we do" on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We do!
At this time, Hayley and Tyler will now exchange rings. They have chosen these rings to represent their everlasting love and commitment to each other. Now both of you, please take turns placing them on each other's left ring fingers.
It's got to go.
Okay. Now repeat after me together as one. I give you this ring to remind you of this day. We're in front of our loved ones. We vow that our love overcomes all things. And will continue to do so for the rest of our lives. All right, and now, as my palms are sweaty, these weak arms are heavy, Hayley and Tyler, I could not be more honored to be the person who gets to stand up in here in front of our loved ones and friends and say what I'm about to say. By the power vested in me by the state of California and the internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Tyler, you make us the bride.